Welcome into your look at local sports from across the Hickory Metro. I'm Jason Savage for WHKY News. We start with American Legion baseball action from last night. Unfortunately, for a pair of our teams, they both lost. Burke County Post 21 shut out by Gastonia 6-0. Caldwell County Post 29 edged out in a heartbreaker to Union County by the final of 10-9. Hickory native Ross Dant finished in 5th place at the Olympic trials in Indianapolis yesterday in the 800-meter freestyle. While not making it to the Paris Summer Games, the fact that the 23-year-old finished in the top 8 to even compete for a spot is in itself still very impressive. Dant qualified for the finals by finishing in 2nd place in heat number 6 of the 800 meters back on Monday. His time of 7 minutes, 53.78 seconds put him in 4th place overall, good enough to qualify for the finals of 8 swimmers last night. Now in last night's final, Dant started off strong off the block, was only 0.64 seconds off the lead after the first 50 meters. Now while slipping into 6th place at the 100-meter turn, Dant rose up to as a high of 4th place at the 250 mark and stayed consistently in 5th place from the 300-meter mark onward, finishing 10.34 seconds back of 1st place with a time of 7 minutes, 54.23 seconds. Keeping with some more news, Lenoir-Rhyne has announced that Elliott Geely has stepped down from his position as the director of both the women and men's golf programs. After 9 years at the helm of the Bears golf program, Geely has accepted the position of assistant golf pro at Lake Hickory Country Club. Geely led the men's and women's golf programs to new heights during his time at LR. Over the course of his 9 years, he coached the golf programs to a combined 15 wins, with 8 coming on the women's side, 7 on the men's. His women's team won the South Atlantic Conference Championship in 2017, capping off a season that saw top 5 finishes in all but one event. This past season, he led the men's program to the NCAA Regionals for the first time in school history. Appalachian State softball head coach Whitney Jones announced the addition of Matt Alberghini to the softball coaching staff. Alberghini comes to Boone from Texas Arlington, a Sun Belt rival, where he spent 2 years as the Mavericks assistant coach. He played a significant role in recruiting for UTA while also serving as the primary defensive coach, working with the infielders and outfielders. Before his time at Texas Arlington, he spent a year at Boston College as a volunteer assistant coach. There, he served as the hitting coach and was also involved in recruiting and coordinating Boston College's softball camps. Appalachian State wrestling head coach John Mark Bentley has received a contract extension through the 2028-2029 season after it was approved by Interim Chancellor Heather Norris and the Appalachian State University Board of Trustees. Named the Southern Conference Coach of the Year 7 times in his first 15 seasons as head coach, Bentley was also named a National Coach of the Year finalist for the 4th time earlier this year when he helped lead the Mountaineers to a 2nd straight Southern Conference Championship tournament title and a final ranking of 24 in the National Dual Team poll. With a career record of 144 wins, 79 losses, and 1 tie in 15 seasons, including an 86-16 record in Southern Conference duels, Bentley has led Appalachian State to a combined 11 Southern Conference championships. The Mountaineers have won 6 regular season titles and 4 tournament titles in the last 9 years alone. And the Hickory Crawdads fell to the Bowling Green Hot Rods by a 5-2 score at LP France Stadium last night. Sebastian Walcott led the way for the Crawdads. He had a hit and a run scored. Dads are 27-37 on the first half of the season. They'll host Bowling Green all this week at LP France Stadium. As always, more details can be found at our website, WHKY.com.